So this is what I looked like 12 weeks ago, and this is what I look like now. To be completely honest, this cut was maybe one of the laziest cuts I've ever done, and it didn't really go to plan. And I actually think that I lost some muscle in the process, but what I want to show you in this video is that not everything has to be completely dialed in for you to see results, and I'll explain why. So all of this started when I put up a post on my Instagram and asking if I should purposely gain weight and then cut it all off. So I fluctuated a total of 25 pounds in probably around like a 5-month span. And I was originally 170, then I bulked up to 182, and then I dropped all the way down to 166. And I want to tell you that my lifts were not that great, to be honest. Like, I didn't change much of my plan, and I'll go into that, but like, I was kind of injured for most of this, and I was only lifting 2 to 3 times a week. And that's way less than what you'll probably see anybody promote online. But the reason of my injury was I was trying to play football at the time and just getting better at running and cutting, and I was just hurting my knees. I hurt my shoulder at one point when I dove and fell on the ball. But it just kind of took a toll on my body, and I wasn't really able to push as heavy as I normally could. So with that, I probably lost some muscle because a few of the weeks I was more in like a rehabbing phase and just going very lightweight, just trying to feel the muscle working. And that's all I was worried about, was maintaining as much muscle as possible when I went into a cut. And the number one tip that I can give you is that you don't get toned or cut or anything by your workouts in the gym. All of that has to do with your nutrition, especially if you already have some muscle behind you. If you don't have that much muscle behind you, well, you need to still be lifting heavy as fuck and still trying to hit fairly similar levels that you were at your higher weight. Now, if you're a complete beginner, throw all that shit out the window, and I just want you to focus on getting stronger the entire time. So on my lifts, I didn't change anything with my rest times. Like, I was probably resting anywhere between 90 seconds to 3 minutes, depending on what the lift was. If it was more of a compound lift, I'll rest a little bit longer. But I was probably like, I still probably didn't even need as much time to recover because I wasn't doing as high of weight. But that's the main thing that I want to drive home, is that your workout should look almost the same when you're in a cut and when you're in maintenance, or even in a bulk. In a bulk, you should 100% be trying to go for higher weights and higher reps, but they shouldn't look too much different at all. Now for nutrition, I could have done this 100% faster if I really wanted to, but I really wasn't that strict, and this was the laziest cut that I've ever done. And I tracked my calories at the beginning of each month for a week, and that was about it. But I still weighed out my food every single day, and I probably weighed out about 80% of my meals. I just wasn't physically like tracking in MyFitnessPal, because I knew where I was in the range of like calories and protein. And the only things I cared about were where were my calories and where was my protein. So in the beginning, when I was getting off of the bulk and everything, I cut down to about like 2,400 calories, and I saw significant weight loss like right away. That's probably because I was in a surplus a little bit before, but then that stabilized and I had to cut down to my normal cutting range, which is around like 21 to 2,200-ish calories. And from there, I was losing about like a pound per week. Now, that's what the average was, but when it comes to weight loss, it's not always linear. It's actually more, for me, it flatlines, big drop, flatlines, another drop, and then big plateau for like a few weeks, and then a drop. So whenever you see your weight like spike up on a scale or anything, like, don't get discouraged over that. It's just how your body processes things. And if you had something higher in sodium, your body's going to hold on to a little bit more water weight. Or if you had a little bit more carbs that day, same exact thing. And the thing is I still went out to eat every single week. Like, I went out to eat probably, honestly, it was probably closer to 2 to 3-ish times. But I even ate ice cream. I was eating sweets. My wife's freaking pregnant, so like, she's always bringing home ice cream. I just found a way to include that into my calories and protein target, and there wasn't a single day where I was under on protein. The other thing that I did to make it super easy on temptation is I meal prep like 70% of my meals on Sunday, so that way when I go into the week, I know exactly what I need to eat, and then I have those like 3-ish meals where I can do whatever the hell I want. And then even sometimes for dinner, my wife might make something completely different with the meal prep, and like convert my traditional beef and rice and veggies into like using the beef for enchiladas or something like that. So I wasn't 100% strict, but I just knew that if I kept on like aiming for that calorie goal and those protein targets, it would end up getting there. Now, one of the biggest things I want to bring up is that there's a misconception between cardio and weight loss, and you should never look at cardio as like your #1 weight loss tool. And to be completely honest, I really didn't do many scheduled cardio sessions. Like all I was doing was I was trying to play football about twice a week, and I wasn't going 100% the entire time. Like sure, I would get tired and a little bit out of breath at times, but that was about it. And yes, I do know that I should probably be doing more. But I do track my steps on my Apple Watch, and I can tell you that I was averaging about like 10,000 steps a day. I mean, I would have some days where I'd only get like 7,000 or 8,000, but then like the following day, I would end up getting like 14. So basically, always constantly moving will help with this process as well. Now, what I could have done a lot better to see results even quicker and make sure that I didn't lose as much muscle was, well, one, don't get injured so I can still push almost like the exact same weights. And then two, I needed to make sure that I was tracking my calories daily, which I didn't do. I'm a normal person who wants to enjoy life. Like I even went out drinking like a couple of times, like that's it. But I only went out drinking a couple times within that 3-month span. And other than that, I wasn't drinking at all. Like I wasn't really indulging a lot into those weekend bender type situations at all. So if you're looking to manipulate your body fat percentage, it's super easy to do. All you need to do is get an app like MyFitnessPal or whatever to track your calories and protein. Just focus on those two. That's it right there. And as long as you're hitting your goals, like you're gonna see results. It's almost physically impossible not to, unless you have like some extreme like hormonal or gut issue or something way out there. But ignore all the BS that you're seeing on the internet. Like there's so many things of like, oh, your cortisol is too high, that's why you're not like losing weight or anything like that. Like just ignore that. Just stick with what's the tried and true way of what freaking even professional bodybuilders do, which is tracking their macros and calories every single damn day, and then you will get to the desired body fat percentage that you want. It's really a lot more simple than what it seems, and this is the exact thing that I teach my one-on-one coaching clients with. So if you're ever interested in where I'm creating you a custom workout plan and a nutrition plan for your specific goals, click that link down below, and I'm more than happy to even hop on a consultation call with you and just give you some free advice anyway. So make sure to hit that, and peace off.